Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Tyraku here. I know that if you respond to the question I asked, how you're doing, I can't hear you, but I hear it's polite to ask that in the videos. So getting started with this video today, I will be showing you how to craft a basic deck. The deck I will be crafting for y'all is going to be a hunter deck. I know a lot of problems when you first start the game. You don't want to play the pre-made decks because you want to feel like you accomplished something. So best way to do that is to make your own deck. Alright, so as you can see, I'm not on my typical account. I made a new account to craft the basic deck so that I won't be using any bought cards. This can be a completely free deck. Right out of the training, you do this. See, I even have the little craft your own deck icon showing up there. So I hit new deck, and I'm going to choose the hunter deck. As you can see, I only have 10 out of the 20 basic cards for the hunter, so it doesn't even have all the basic cards unlocked yet. So this will just be an idea of how to make a basic deck, and I'll win a match, show y'all, so you know it's not terrible. Alright, first off, looking at the hunter's cards, read each one, get an idea of how the feel for the deck will be. First one says deal 2 damage. The second one, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, pick one, draw it, and discard the others so they get out of your deck completely. The third one is your other beasts have +1 attack. Seeing that makes you think, okay, hunter deck, probably going to be reliant on beasts. The Unleash the Hounds is not going to be used in this deck since it is a crafted card. It's a common, so it's only like 50 dust to create it, but we're not going to use it. Next one, multi-shot, deal 3 damage to a random enemy, and then another beast card, give a friendly beast +2/+2 in taunt. So seeing this, we can tell hunter pretty heavy on beasts, which makes sense because hunters, woods, beasts. Alright, moving on to past that. First off, when you make a deck, you want to have some removal. Arcane Shot is good removal. Having the let's get this dwarf to shut up. Alright. Having some damage to do without having a beast or a minion, as they're called, on the board is nice. So Arcane Shot is our best option here. We're just gonna put 2 of them in the deck. We're also gonna put 2 Timberwolves and 2 Trackings. The Trackings are gonna be there to give us some extra card draw, and if we're in a bad situation, give us the card we need. We're also going to go ahead and put 2 multi-shots and 2 Houndmasters. We're going to use all the hunter cards. Reason for this being is that we can trim some of them out later on if our ideal deck needs to have them removed. Alright, going on to the neutral minions. Neutral minions are non-class specific minions. This hunter deck is going to be evolved more around a aggressive deck. Hunters typically are aggressive since their hero power is deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. They try to keep pressure up at all times during the match. So we're going to be looking for minions that have abilities such as charge. For example, this minion is put in the deck. 1 damage with charge. So we're going to want that. Since we're not using paid for cards, we're going to try to get minions that are the most efficient for their cost. For example, Bloodfin Raptor, a 2 cost for 3 attack and 2 health, is a very efficient minion. He's going to have a lot of attack and not going to be removed easily in 1 hit. So we're going to take the Bloodfin Raptor. The Bluegill Warrior seems interesting, but he is kind of weak, so we don't really want him yet. We might get him later on. We're going to go down here at the bottom and click this search bar and type in Beast. Since we have cards that rely on the beasts, we're going to try to fill this deck up with some beasts. The River Crocolisk is a decent minion. He has a little more survivability than the Bloodfin Raptor, so we're just going to put 1 of him in the deck for right now. We may add another later, but for right now just 1. The Ironfur Grizzly. When you move on later in the game, you'll craft better cards than this, but since this is a beast, and if we have the Timberwolf on the board, he will have 4 attack and 3 health, so he's a good minion, plus taunt, prevents him from damaging our hero. Good card. The Corehound. For the late game, we can put 1 of him in the deck. Since we're going to try to finish the game early off, we just want 1 Corehound. We don't want to be having our handful of heavy minions, such as a 7 cost minion, when we're trying to end the game early. Alright, moving back onto the regular normal minions, we're just going to X this beast, search out, so we can see all the minions. The Acidic Swamp Ooze, 2 cost, 3/2, and he has a text. He's not a beast, so he won't benefit from Timberwolf, but he does destroy your opponent's weapon when you place him on there. This is a good card, especially if you're going against a warrior or a paladin, any class that's using a weapon that can definitely stop their momentum and allow you to get a better position. Okay, and since this deck does not have any, our curve right now is sitting at an 8 1-drops, 5 2-drops, 2 3-drops, and 4 4-drops. We're gonna want to get a little more balanced curve. The 1-drop curve is good, but we have a little too many spells, not enough minions for the 1-drop. So what we're going to do here is we're definitely going to take a Wolf Rider. 3 cost, 3/1, charge. It's a great card, allows us to keep pressure. Shattered Sun Cleric is an amazing card to have in any basic beginner deck. Reason for this being is it gives a friendly minion +1/+1, and the stats on it are pretty good. Since it has 3/2 attack, same as the Raptor, but it also benefits another minion. You want to play this card whenever you have another minion on the board, so that you get the benefit of the battle cry. Alright, the Sinjin Shieldmaster. We want that card for sure. We're gonna put one of them in the deck for right now. We don't want to have too many taunt minions, because having the taunt text on the card is taken away from the value we could get from an attack or something like that. So, since looking through our deck, we don't have very many card draws. We have tracking, but it's not a card draw necessarily. You get 1 card, but you discard 2. It's giving you what you need, but we want some more card draw, simply. So we're going to pick up but Novice Engineer has Battle Cry, draw a card, and let's see if anything else has draw a card, Battle Cry. Actually, you can type in the search bar, draw, and you get all the cards that have the Battle Cry, draw a card, or in effect, draw a card. Since both the Cold Light Oracle and the Acolyte of Pain are crafted cards, we're not going to use those, so we can choose between the Novice Engineer or the Gnomish Inventor. Since we're going for an aggressive push, an aggressive deck, we're going to take 2 of the Novice Engineer. The Gnomish Inventor is a little too slow for us, a little too heavy on the health, not enough attack. If it was like a 4 cost with 3 attack, 3 health, then we could take that, but a little too heavy for my preferences. So we're going to exile that. Look at our curve. We can do that, okay. 8 7 6 5. It's a pretty good curve. And then we got 1 7 at the end in case we're not able to get enough damage out quick enough. So what we're going to do now is go through here and find some other cards that would be good. Putting 2 Bluegill Warriors in here is not bad. 2 cost and has charge, so you're going to get the guaranteed 2 damage, and then you can continue doing damage. So any turn after the first turn, he's gaining more value, which is great because you really only expect to get the initial 2 charge. Another card, the Razorfin Hunter.
That deck looks solid.
Alright, this dwarf says our deck looks solid, so that's good. But we're actually going to take out one of the Bluegill Warriors, and we're going to put a Razorfin Hunter. The reason for this being is because when you play the Razorfin Hunter, you summon a 1/1 boar. That's a beast, so the Timberwolf is going to be able to benefit, or to be able to give that benefit, and along with your Howlmaster. It's going to be able to give it +2/+2 in taunt if you need it. So looking through this deck, 2 Arcane Shot, 2 Tracking, so we have 4 spells. Do we have any more? We have 6 spells. Alright, Multi-Shot. We can trim that out, or trim one of them down. We're going for more of a minion heavy deck versus clearing out the minions. Multi-Shot is good for taking out the minions, but we do have Arcane Shot, and having 1 Multi-Shot will be fine for us. So instead of that, we're going to put a Raid Leader in here. Since we do plan on having board control and having a plentiful minion side of our board, the Raid Leader will buff our attack and damage capabilities by quite a bit depending on how many minions we have out. So, looking through this deck, has a pretty good mana curve. It's pretty even until a 3-drop. It has 9. That's because of the Raid Leader we just put in, and the Razorfin Hunters. But that's not a problem. On the first turn, you're going to want to mulligan hard for a 1-drop, preferably a minion 1-drop. Don't necessarily want a spell 1-drop. But go up here and click on the Hunter, and you can name this deck. For this video's sake, I'm going to name this deck the Basic Hunter. Now, if you buy more cards and get more cards, you can replace this deck with other cards that are better, because there are cards that are better. But that's going to be it for this Hunter deck building part. I will be adding a example game to this and showing you how to play this deck and to win. Alright guys, right now we are going to be using our Hunter deck we just crafted. We're playing against a warrior, and as I stated in the last video, you're going to want to mulligan, which means this first hand, click on these cards and get rid of which ones you don't want is considered a mulligan. So we're going to get rid of the 7. We don't want that. You don't want that in our hand at all. So Arcane Shot, as I said, you don't want to keep a spell necessarily on your first turn. So we're going to get rid of that too. And we're going to get rid of the Raid Leader. Not enough pressure for us. The Bluegill Warrior is going to be there just in case we get our handful of 3s. We have a charge minion. So we're going to keep that. We also got the coin, as you see. That means that on our first turn, we can put down 2-drop. I usually don't like to use a coin in the early game, but depending on what he does, I may do the coin. I'm going to go ahead and coin into the charge minion. That guarantees me a 2 damage pressure early in the game. Next turn, I can play a Bloodfin Raptor, which will put 2 minions on my side of the board. He will have 1, most likely. Let's see. Let's wait till see what he does first. Armor Smith. Alright. We're not that worried about that. We're just going to bypass it. We're just going to put this Bloodfin Raptor down and attack his face again. Attacking the face means attacking the hero. As you can see, it's a portrait of their face. So, if you hear that turn, that's what it means. The hero power is what I was talking about. Deal 2 damage to the enemy hero.
Put this apple on your head.
Knife Juggler. Now, next turn, we're going to get rid of that. He should have waited to play that until I had no board control, but he did not. So, we're going to remove that ASAP. I would like to get an Arcane Shot. So, if I do this, I can still... Okay, we're going to do the tracking. We're going to hope to get Arcane Shot, so we can get rid of the Knife Juggler without using a minion. Multi-Shot. Actually, we can't use that this turn. So we'll just take the Shield Master. That'll be fine for us. So we're going to... if we use a charge minion, he wouldn't be able to kill the Knife Juggler. Having another Raptor down is our best bet. Should we trade into him or not? If we trade into him, he can Knife Juggle possibility of 4 minions. Yeah, that'll be too much damage. He can't kill my Bloodfin Raptor. If he attacks it, he will be taking his Armor Smith removed. So, oh, 2/5 minion. That's not really what we wanted, but that's not a big deal. We do have the Houndmaster. He'll give us our minion 5/4. We can trade into the Arcane Nullifier and not lose our minion. And now we still have more control. So right now we have 9 damage on the board. In our hand we have a potential of 2 damage, plus our hero power, 4 damage. So. Alright, on this turn, I'm going to do something slightly different. I don't want my Raptor dying. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play Shattered Sun Cleric. I'm going to buff my Houndmaster, give him 5/4, and I'm going to attack into the Sludge Belcher. His Death Rattle is he summons a 1/2 Slime with Taunt. So I don't want to have to kill my Blood Raptor and lose the Taunt. So I'm going to kill this Sludge Belcher. And then I want to draw a card just to see what I get. Alright, tracking again. Traded this. Now next turn, depending on how he's playing, he'll probably kill my Raptor. That would be his best plan. What I'm going to do, if he does that, I'm going to play the Shield Master, and then Hero Shot. Since I will have 6 mana, I can do both of those. 4 + 2 is 6. Basic math lessons with Tyraku. You're welcome. Let's see what he does. It's a good idea on his part. I have 9 damage on the board right now. So I don't know why he did that considering I had 2 minions with 1 health, but that was not a bad play. That worked. I'm kind of surprised he had Bouncing Blade this level. Actually, we're going to take this and do a total of 6 damage in one turn just from our hand. We're going to play the Wolf Rider. We're going to do another minion charge, the Boar. And then we're going to shoot him. So 2 damage. 8 damage. Now, we have a board full of pretty weak health minions, but we have board control. He has no minions. We have 4. If he does something like Whirlwind,
I have no time for games.
we're gonna be in trouble. He played that, which I'm also really surprised he has a legendary minion at this low level. I want to play this Taskmaster, Shield Master. I keep saying Taskmaster. Alright, he'll have to attack this minion next turn. Since he has Taunt, he will not kill Sylvanas, so the Death Rattle on Sylvanas will not be able to trigger this turn. Which, with having a deck full of low-cost minions, Sylvanas is not a huge deal, considering any minion he takes is not going to be much of value to him. Since I have 5 minions on the board, if I play the Razorfin Hunter, I will be full, since you can only have 7 minions on the board at a time. I'll play another board and shoot the hero. That's 3 damage versus just a board full of minions. I try and put him in as bad a position as I can, unless he has a board removal, such as Whirlwind or Brawl or something similar to that. He will not be able to clear this board, and next turn he's going to be in an even worse position. This guy has a really legendary filled deck. Alright, Ragnaros was not much threat at all. It's kind of bad. We're going to, right now we have 6, 7, 8 damage. We need 5 more damage to beat him. Actually 3 more, but due to Steady Shot. We're going to look for our deck so we can get any damage stuff out. Timberwolf may be able to give us lethal this turn. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, we're going to be really close to lethal this turn. Next turn we can shoot him, and he'll probably concede before that happens though, honestly. We don't want to attack Sylvanas, because then she will steal one of our minions. We can't really afford that. She'll attack my bear, and she will steal one minion, but he has to hero power this turn, which is gain 2 armor, and then we shoot him, 1 health. Any minion I have will kill him. So unless he has a board removal, it's done. Or that messes us up too. Sylvanas is gonna die. If he steals my wolf, that'd be bad. We need 3, 6, 7, 8.
Practice makes perfect.
Alright. Well, he's getting a lot of minions with taunt. We can still kill him. If we draw an arcane shot, it's done. Arcane shoot him, and then hero power shoot him. That's what we need. I took away 1 board. Not a huge deal. Okay. Now we just say well played, because we're not BM. Shoot him right in the head. Boom, headshot. Alright, and then hero power, and he's dead. That is an example of the basic hunter deck I played. And as you can see, you can beat players even if they have a lot of legendaries. He had Ragnaros, Sylvanas, and who knows how many other legendaries. He also had the new expansion legendaries. And we still beat him. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned some about making decks. If you would like to see any other decks that are basics, crafted from the basic cards, leave it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it, comment, and subscribe. I'll get back to y'all later.